Hi, are you there? Did you grab yourself a cup of tea just like I did? And are you ready? I have some treasures to show you. Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in today. I have so many amazing things that I have gathered in the last, I'm going to say 4 weeks. It might actually even be less than that. I am surrounded by piles. So let's not waste any time. If you've got your tea or your coffee or your other beverage of choice, it can even be an adult beverage, whatever you prefer. Let's get started. Let's start with the season that is coming up quickly. I'm a little excited. I'm starting to be a little excited. What I found was a whole pile of Christmas cards. So they're all used. They've all been written in or mostly been written in, but they're so cool. So I want to turn that into a journal. Like, look at the amazing pile. There's all different shapes and sizes and colors, and I can see, I'm seeing something in it, and I'm excited to do something. This one, like, I love these kinds of cards that just look vintagey. Is that a word? It's a word now. It's a word now. Then I have this box, like it's like a brand new or barely used box of Christmas cards. Let me show you actually. That would help. Are they my style? No, not really. But they're pretty cool, and I can definitely use them in a Christmas journal. So yeah, I have a couple of there goes my words. And then I have this. Have I shared this with you before? This is not from the last little bit. I found this a while ago. So this is a book. It's a very old book. Let me see if I can find a copyright or something. 1932. You know it's an old book when it says 1932. So this is going to be part of a Christmas journal. It is all Christmas carols. Look at these. Look at all the Christmas carols. And then there is stories about it. And yeah, it's wonderful. Wonderful find. And I am going to very proudly use it in a Christmas journal. You'll have to just wait and see when that is coming up. I haven't really completed the plans for it yet, but it is coming. Then, you all know I have been working very, very hard on my sewing journal. And the base of it is ready. All the signatures have been, the lace has been put in them. I've sewn everything. It's it's so far ready. But I need to bind the signatures into the journal, and I still haven't decided if I want to do a hidden spine or if I'm just going to give up and sew it through, because it is such a massive beast. That's what I'm calling it. It's a beast. But what I needed for it was decorations. We need lots and lots of decorations for a sewing journal, especially one that size. When you have a 7.5, it's an 8.5 by 11 size sewing journal with a 3-inch spine. There is nothing cute and funny about it. It is a beast. I found treasures. Let me show you what I found. Let's start with the lace. Imagine that. Found some more lace. It's what I always needed, right? I actually said I wasn't allowed to buy it anymore. But then you come across something that just looks so pretty. What about that? Isn't that gorgeous? It's a beautiful piece of lace. For $1.50 for 18 feet. Listen, I am not leaving that in the store. And then I also found this pretty little bit of pink lace. It's 1 meter actually. And I paid 75 cents for it. But look at this. How pretty is that? Look at those roses. I may still add it to my sewing journal because it hasn't been bound, obviously, so I can still add things. And I think this might have to go in it, like with the scalloped edges. Oh my goodness, that is just beautiful. I didn't even realize what it was. Hadn't opened it. I just saw the color, liked the color, picked it up, put it in my stash. Then I found these, and these are definitely from the late 60s, early 70s. I've done the research. I found when these are approximately from, so it is definitely 70s, 60s and 70s. So these are going to make beautiful tuck spots and pockets, don't you think? Little button cards, and they are complete. Like, I'm just missing the corners on some where they've cut the price off, but they're wonderful. In that same style, I found these dot grippers. So they're kind of like snaps, and you just put them on your clothes and you put something else over top of it, and then you have a beautiful clothes thing. Again, this is 60s, 70s, right around that time. Copyright is 1954, so it might even be from the 50s. It's in very, very good shape for being that old. Then I was also at an antique store, and I found these. They're garter holders. Aren't they beautiful? Aren't they fantastic? They might not go in this sewing journal. They might go in something else that I'm planning. And yeah, that's kind of where they belong, with the silk stockings. And yeah, you can hear it, right? I am pretty excited that I found those. Then I found a zipper. I haven't opened it. I'm not going to open it either. I am keeping it close. It has been opened. Isn't it, like, other than the little bit of tear right here, which I can easily repair. I'll put a little glue on that and reinforce it and make sure that it's not going to fall apart. How beautiful is that for a belly band, right? You know I'm teasing you with these, right? All right. I also found these self-cover buttons. They're also late 60s, early 70s. And they're just so cute. The package is sealed. It has not been opened. So this is totally intact. Then I found this really cutesy little, it's like for knitting, to keep track of the rows that you've knitted. So you can put it on your knitting needle. And I think it would make a beautiful addition to a little tassel. See, it has the rolly thingy, but wouldn't that be cute on a tassel? It's just teeny, teeny, tiny. So I was at my, I think that's my favorite thrift store, where I found all of this. This is also fully intact. Buttons for jeans, and they have the printing on them for the jeans. I don't want to open it, but How absolutely amazing is that? They're so cute. Then I found a fully intact snap fasteners. They used to be 30 cents. Well, you're not going to buy them for 30 cents anymore. How cutesy. Oh, I love this. I love this kind of stuff. I can wander around for hours and hours. So this has been opened. But the weird thing is the only thing that is missing, or it's not opened, but the only thing missing is the piece right here. And you can see, like, it has not been opened. It is fully sealed. So how, oh no, this is opened. Oh, but it's still really cool. It's beautiful. Then I also got this, but that I really just got because I wanted it, and I will use it because, I don't know, it helps me. But there's supposed to be 2 of those in there. I might still find another one. Then there's a whole bunch of other snaps, and these are definitely not like, they're vintage, but they're not intact anymore. And then there's a whole pile of just fasteners. Oh, and a needle. Very cool, huh? I always find that it feels like I am stepping back in time when I find these little things. And I feel so excited when I find them too. So this is a piece of a snap fastener card, but it doesn't have them attached. It just has one attached. So, but I can still use it. I have to be careful because that sewing journal is starting to be pretty precious. And I want to put it up for sale. And if I put it up for sale with all this real vintage ephemera, who's going to buy it? It is going to be very precious. These are real ocean pearl, mother of pearl buttons. Intact, completely, from the late 1940s or 1950s, because after the 1950s they weren't making buttons out of real mother of pearl anymore. They were being made out of plastic. Now you know something. Those, there's some where I'm like, I'm not sure if I want to add it to the journal. We'll have to wait and see what I'm going to do with it. It is going to stay intact though, and it is just so pretty. I have a, it's a big drawer. It's a letter tray from a printer, and they used to put all the different little letters in there. And I think I'm going to pull it out of the basement, and I'm going to put some of these things up for display because they're just so adorable. Then look at this. I have 5 new patterns. So I have this one, which is from the 50s. There's no date. Is there a date on here? No, but the style and everything, plus the price, will say that is this from the 50s. And then this one is most definitely 70s. There is no doubt the Holly Hobby style clothes. 1975. I called it. I hadn't seen that. I just picked this one up tonight. I thought it was really cute, and I think it'll make a great addition to the sewing journal. I don't know if I want to add more, more of the real things, or if I'm just going to scan them and use the scans in the journal. This is definitely 80s. Oh, 1977. I would have thought 80s, but yeah. How cool is that? You got a half little boy in there too. And this is fantastic. Look at those girls. Look at the clothes. Is there a date on here? No, no date. Well, not on the front at least. Let's see, the pattern is in here. Does it have, maybe it has. How cool is that, huh? So I found out that I can print, or I can scan the pattern, the description in, but I can't use the pattern itself. So I can use the pattern itself to, as an overlay on something, but I can't use the pattern on its own. I've been doing a lot of research on the copyright on all of this stuff. And in this, I'm thinking it is also 1970s, maybe 80s. Oh, it's actually 1996. Oh, I do think it's really cute, but I thought it was at least 10 years older than what it is. But I have 5 vintage, beautiful sewing patterns to add to my collection. I'm starting to find collecting pieces that I can mix and match together, and it's actually really neat to do. So the other thing that I am looking for is different kinds of ephemera. Different things that I can add to my journals in the pockets and in like as flip outs and whatever. So today I found, I'm just going to take some of them out. Look at these doilies. Aren't they absolutely amazing? So they are made in England. This is the little label that is in there. So there's 250. I don't know if there's still 250, but there's a lot. I paid $3 for it, and it was definitely worth it for me. They're 3.5 inches, and they were made in England. And look how beautiful they are. I don't know if you can see the full design on it, but yeah. I see lots of options is what I see. 250 options. And I found a package of Hallmark cards. I'm going to leave it closed. It's pretty simple. They're Hallmark cards. I paid 99 cents for them. It's a sealed package and it's just 20 thank you notes with envelopes. And they're wonderful for little tuck-ins for journals. Put them in a pocket and away you go. Then I found, how beautiful are these? Look at these cards. Now, I have a plan for them. It is going to be a little bit of a surprise. So, well, you can guess. You're allowed to guess what I am planning with these, but I just love it. Then at the same time, I found these. Okay, let me take one out and show you. How beautiful are these little note cards? Look at the teacup completely die cut out of there. And it looks almost real, like a real teacup. It's so beautiful. A little lace around it. The possibilities are endless with this, of course. So, yeah. And I paid 50 cents for these, 50 cents for these. and then $1 for this little package of vintage note cards. Everything is vintage right now. So these are beautiful because look at all the journal space that you get. Like, it just folds up and I can tuck it into a pocket, or I can put it around a page with a little paper clip. Again, lots and lots and lots of options. And all the envelopes are in here still as well. Look, they even still have, oh my goodness. Okay, so they still have the the tape around them. Look at these. Oh, I like these even better. Do you think there's more kinds in there? Or is that asking too much? I love these. No, I think this is just the envelopes now. Yeah, now is asking too much. Oh well. Oh, how beautiful, huh? So I actually have some beautiful things to put in pockets and tucks and yeah. And I think I have two of these boxes, two of these packages, and they're both different. These are book plates. And so on the front it says, book plates are decorative labels with a space for your name. Show that you value your books by protecting them with book plates. Select a design with care and then put one on the inside front cover of each volume you own. Enjoy and share your books. And these have been, like, this is actually, I have once again done the research, and there is a lot of them. It doesn't say how many there are. There's a lot of them. Look at these. But look how beautiful they are with the little cats. So these are from the design or from the artwork from Leslie Ann Ivory. And they are from 1985. Aren't they fantastic? So I have two different kinds. They're both with cats. And, you know, I can do one of two things. I can sell these because they are actually collectibles. Or I can just use them in my journals. And I am going to do the second one. I'm going to use them in my journals. And I'm going to share them with the people who are purchasing my journals. All right. Oh, I'm ready for a little bit of tea. Oh my goodness, you guys. This week has been so crazy. It was just the busiest week. I feel at work like I am a month behind in what I've done, and there's just no end in sight, and it was so stressful. And then I wasn't sleeping well anymore. I just like, it was just one of those weeks. And then I did the project yesterday where I was drawing the mandala. And I could tell while I was working on it that I was relaxing and I was chilling out and I was having a good time, and I'm just drawing and kind of in my own little world. And I slept like a baby. It was wonderful. Okay, I have a big pile right here. So let's go through it one by one. So I found these. They're called Close to My Heart, My Acrylics Alphabets. And so these are just stamps that I found. And it's like a full alphabet. I don't know if I've shown them to you already. But what caught me on these is, look at it. There is 2 of each letter. And I want you to tell me why that is. Why is there 2 of each? Because that makes no sense to me. None. But maybe you know, and maybe you can share that information with me. But I like the envelopes that they come in too. Like, they're just, it's lovely. Paid $2 for these. I paid $3 for each of these. So this is the same idea. They're just much, much bigger. And I love it. And of course, these only have one of each letter, which makes way more sense to me, but maybe I'm wrong. You tell me. I want to know why there is the two. Yeah, and then I did some research on it, and I found out that they just went out of business. So that's kind of sad, but I'm happy with what I have. Then I was at Value Village, and the Value Village here is amazing. It is not the cheapest, but I'm finding really cool things there. So the first thing that I found, I was wandering around, I found myself a crocodile. Like, who finds a crocodile at Value Village for $5? Like, seriously, you guys, like, these are at least $60 Canadian. $60 Canadian. Like, that's crazy. I found it for $5. It works perfectly fine. I've used it many, many times. If you watch my videos, you know that I have been using this baby. All right, then I also found this, and this pile I figured out is all from 1974, and it says it right here too. 1974. So let me show you this first, because this is the coolest thing. It is calligraphy guides. So it's paper that you can use to practice your calligraphy. How neat is that? I'm going to have to take a look and see if I am allowed to use these in a journal. I have found that anything that is copyrighted, I can use if I alter it and I give it a new purpose. So if I alter it, I can use it. So I'll have to just figure out what I can do with it. Maybe go over it with a jelly plate or whatever. But yeah, I want to do something with these. Then this was in a pack. You know, at Value Village, how they package things up together? So this was a pack of 4 items. So it was the calligraphy guides. Then, let me open this up for you so you can see what I saw when I opened it. This is a bunch of envelopes, like beautiful parchment envelopes. So there is 5 of these, 5 parchment envelopes in a pear tree. Oh no, there's more. There's more here. 5 and 6, that's 11 parchment envelopes. And then parchment paper. Oh, why doesn't that want to close? There we go. This is the neatest thing. There's something really special about parchment paper. So I'm excited to do some projects with this. I'm pretty sure, how much does it say? It says there's 12 matching envelopes, so, and there's 11. And then it says 24 sheets. So 1, 2, 3, and 19 parchment sheets of gold parchment paper. That's a treasure. That's a lot of different vintage ephemera that I can use. Different supplies that I can repurpose. I'll put it right back in the package so that it stays safe, because of course I don't want to wrinkle it or anything like that. There we go. And I love the package as well. Like, it's just pretty. Then there is another pile 50 sheets of parchment. I'll pull one sheet out. So this is from the same stack. So it's all the same age. And look how beautiful this is. And it feels amazing. Yeah, I wasn't going to leave it, trust me. I paid $5 for this whole pile. So for the calligraphy papers, for the parchment, the calligraphic writing paper and envelopes, this set of 50 sheets of parchment for speedball and osmoroid pen lettering. And then I found a paper pad that has been used. I'm going to say that it has been used, but there's maybe 10 pages used. This is newsprint paper. And look how beautiful the patina is on it. Like, it is just stunning. It is not overly brittle. I can fold it, I can paint on this, I can do all kinds of messy things on this. I am excited. It's like all of this is going into my journals. Then I also found a nice big pack of matte photo paper and some glossy photo paper. And the gloss photo paper is beautiful to use for alcohol inks. So there will be more alcohol ink projects coming up. Do we want to go to the books for a moment? Oh, why not? There's only a few. Let's do this pile first. So if you have been watching my normal Sunday videos, not the vintage thrift store hauls, you know that I have been working on the ABC Golden Book. It is by this exact author. It is a golden sturdy book, and I am altering it. I'm not sure where I put it for today, so I'm not going to show it to you. But look, like it needs a little bit of love. And look how wonderful these images are. Isn't it gorgeous? So this is going to be the follow-up for my ABC book. I am going to do something similar with the with this, where I do a different project for each page, but it'll be for the double pages. So yeah, very excited to find this. I paid 50 cents for this book. Then I have another pile of little golden books. So I found some treasures. The baby animals is actually a rare find, and I'm excited. It is not in fantastic shape, so I am going to use it. I am going to turn it into a journal. I'm going to do something really pretty with it, but I may do something with the images in it as well. Look at these gorgeous, gorgeous images. Like the little golden books have fantastic pictures. And everybody needs a Snow White, right? So yeah, it's just Disney. We know all the images, but how cute is it? I can just see what a cute little journal that is. Now I found Lady, and Lady and the Tramp is one of my favorites. Look at this poor, poor book. Look how it's been treated. It needs some serious love, and it is asking to be turned into a journal. So that is going to be one of my next projects. Then I have the Sailor Dog, and it's so cute, such a cute little book. The images are fantastic, the colors are fantastic. Yeah, I can see some possibilities there. Raggedy Ann and Andy. Who does not remember Raggedy Ann and Andy? So yeah, This is just, you know, going back to your childhood and Peter Pan and Wendy. There is no more romantic story than Peter Pan and Wendy. And this, I found these at the Rotary book sale. So that's always exciting too, when you go there and you can give back, right? Right now I have a huge bag of books here that is going to go to the Rotary bin. So if you have anything for them, you know, just drop it in the bin and it'll find a good home. These are treasures. I found these in a little antique store and I saw them and fell in love. And they were not the cheapest finds, but they're going to stay intact. I'm going to use them, but they are going to be staying whole. This is a school exercise book with CCM advertisements on it. Look at that. The bicycles and then a bicycle. But look at the skating stuff on the back, in the back cover. And then I will show you the date. You will not believe it. 1935, 1936. This is true treasures. And then in the same pile was these two. So this is, again, this is, and you can see, like, they are not in fantastic shape, but I am going to love these. There's, again, the skates. And oh, look at this. Like, how cute is that? And it says Oak Lake, Manitoba. So this is a chemistry exercise book. So then the next one is all physics. September 1944. It's dated. So I couldn't find a date before, but I just opened it up. I guess it's 1939. And then it kind of continues on. June 1933. June 1945. June 1947. Oh, this is just lovely. Like, this has been used and used and used. Look at this handwriting. How fantastic. Yeah, this is very exciting. And then, of course, there's the skates. And these skates have been completely written over. I am so happy with these books. You have no idea. So then I was at Value Village again, and I found some school books. So I found the Canadian Speller for 5 and 6, grade 5 and 6. Look how cute these are. They have beautiful images in them. There is like lots of words, and like, this is so much more fun to use in a journal than a book page. And I can alter these. It's the same for this. Like, look at how to write and spell well. And like, these books are from the, I will tell you, 1950. This is 1950. I think this one is also from 1950. It might actually be a little later. No, 1950. So, like, how much fun is that to use? Like, how do you know it's a truly Canadian book? Because they're playing hockey. Dear Jack, you're a hockey fan. So you'll know how thrilled I was to have a chance to see a game at the arena. How beautiful! You know it's a Canadian book. And then I found this, Today's Basic Science. So this is, let's see, 1963. But look at these images. They are so beautiful. This is the best find in the whole world. Yeah, I am very happy with it, and I think you can tell, right? I'm thrilled. Then when I was at the Rotary book sale, I was also looking for books that had images that I could use in my journals for flowers. Well, look at this baby. Look at these. Look at these roses. Look at that. This is all watercolor drawings. And I have figured out a way around copyright, so you will be seeing these appear here and there. Aren't they fantastic? Yeah. $2 for that book, and I will use it and use it and use it some more. Then I found some music, because I didn't have enough music yet. I had Mozart, now I have Bach. Johann Sebastian Bach. And look at this, like, yeah, beautiful. So this is probably also from the 50s. It says copyright 1896, but that's not when this was printed. This was printed much later. What do I have left? I have two things left, and they are both big vintage and antique items. I'm gonna start with this one. I found this. This book, look how badly damaged the cover is, and I'm going to try and restore it a little bit so that it is in a better shape. Like the plastic is coming off of it. I'm going to try and do it some good. There's lots of dirt and patina in there, but like, look at the book itself. If I take the dust cover off of it, like, and it's going to get it back, but look at this book. How beautiful is that? Stunning. This is the Margaret Rudkin Pepperidge Farm Cookbook. It was the first cookbook published by Athenaeum. Look at this image. And this cookbook has images in it that are just stunning. This is a first edition, which is unheard of. I had 3 beautiful vintage cookbooks in my hand, and I wasn't going to get all 3 of them. I was going to get one, and I hummed and hawed, and I decided on this one, and I am so happy I did. Look at this. This is not, it will be used, but it'll be used in a different way. I found a way to use it, so it is going to have, like, look at these images, you guys. Yeah, love it. So this book is from 1963, and it is a first edition. It says it right here, copyright 1963, first edition. It is fantastic. I am very happy with that. So I don't have just 2 things left. I have a few things left. I have some miscellaneous things that just don't fit anywhere else. This is a really neat little find, and it was a very expensive find, but this is slides or slide covers. So you had a white piece and a gray piece, and then you would just put the two together and then just snap them shut. I know, my dad had slides, lots and lots of slides. And then they would fall and they would be everywhere. But these have glass inside. So right here, this little piece is glass. So I can do little pieces of art with my alcohol inks on these little slides and then tuck them into little journals. So there's one set missing in the box, so there was 20 in there. So there's actually like 38 of these little windows, or 19 if you put them together. But I don't need to put them together. I'm going to keep them separate. And the possibilities are endless, and I'm very excited about this. Then I found Viewmasters. Viewmaster reels. Are these like fantastic ones? Probably not. I didn't try it. There was a Viewmaster in the store, but I didn't try it. They're fairly damaged and water damaged, but that's okay. I am going to use them in my journals for something. So I have 4 of these. They were $1 each, which is definitely not cheap. No, this one is Alberta. This one is British Columbia. This one is Oregon. Crater Lake. And I'm going to have to go back and get some more. I'll just collect a few of them and use them in different ways. This is the Red Rocks, Colorado. So yeah, I found that. And then I found these brads. Like, aren't these fantastic? They're kind of like Art Deco brads. I thought they were really cool. There's no barcode on them or anything, but they have been made in China. So God only knows how old they are. I didn't really look into that. I just thought they were super pretty and different. I've never seen anything like these. So yeah, then when I was in my antique store where I go to and I find my neat little things, I'm going to take this out of the plastic wrapper right now because the plastic wrapper is going to shimmer and shine. Let me show you what this is. This is a special tax stamp for tobacco manufacturing from 1876. And can you see the possibilities for use in a junk journal? Not the original. No way. I am not cutting this up. I am not like, no, this is fantastic. Like, it has the number on it and like it's completely clear. Like, there has never been any writing on it. This would have been brand new. Like, it's been made invalid, but yeah, it is beautiful. I paid $10 for it, and it was well worth it. I am very pleased with it, and I hope you like it too. I think this is a piece of history that I found. I found a lot of little pieces of history, whether it is the garter buttons or the teacup cards, or the doilies, the brads, the Viewmaster, the slides, the books, the calligraphy stuff, the lace, the sewing stuff, the doilies, and my rose book, and the cookbook. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was like a fun little excursion into history, because I don't think there was anything that was really, really new. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your tea if you made some, or the rest of your coffee if that's what you're having. And have a wonderful Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday and it'll be mass make. Have a lovely day.